What's up, everybody? It's Sunday, fun day. It's about 4:30. A little bit of daylight still out there. And today I'm making biscuits. So I went to church this morning and I didn't really get to have breakfast. So I figured, why not make some biscuits? Of course, I'm not going to just eat biscuits. I'm going to have biscuits, eggs, and some sausage. But I want to show you guys this buttermilk biscuit video that I'm about to do. So I got flour, baking powder, granulated sugar. I got some salt, some baking soda. I have buttermilk and I have butter, which I'm actually going to take out of the fridge right now. I went and got this silicone mat so I can roll my dough out and it not stick to the counter or to the paper that I lay down. I have some flour in here for my biscuit cutter, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to use this little medicine cap for as the video progresses. But let's go ahead and get cracking. All right. So I have my buttermilk here and I have 6 tablespoons of butter. Now, the key to making these biscuits fluffy is the butter. And what I've done is I've taken a knife and I've cut down the center, and then I've cut again down the center this way to where I have cubes. So I'm actually going to take these cubes that I'm breaking up and drop them down in here. I've already mixed my dry ingredients in here. Details will be in the description, but I'm going to break these cubes up, drop them down, and that will be that. So the next step is to basically cover all these cubes with flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover everything with flour, cover all the butter cubes with flour, right? And then after you cut the butter cubes with flour, you're gonna take one and you're gonna pinch it. You wanna pinch these in half. So I'm gonna show you 2. You just take the cube, cut it in half, just like this. And you want all these cubes to be in half. The purpose of that is when you roll out this dough, you want there to be pockets of butter when you roll out the dough. And when the biscuit is formed, you'll have that little bit of pocket in every bite, and also will help with the fluffiness too. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and I've made sure that all my little butter cubes have been broken up in half. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and pour in the buttermilk. I have 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk, and I'm going to pour this in slowly, and I'm going to use a spoon to mix this in. So I'm not going to pour all of it right away. I kind of want to turn my bowl around and just mix as I go. And of course, with this recipe, it says 2 cups of flour. I've gone ahead and used my scale to measure out 240 grams. I've come to realize that it's very important with certain recipes that you measure it out instead of packing the flour in. So that's what I've gone ahead and done. At this point, everything is very cold, as it should be. That's another thing. Make sure that your butter is cold. You saw how I took my butter out of the fridge. That's where your butter needs to be until you use it. Same with the buttermilk. You want everything to be cold. All right, so I've got my dough, and this is floured. So I'm gonna roll this out, right? And I love having this mat. Man, you don't realize how bad you need things until you get them. So I'm gonna roll this out. And as I roll this out, I want to fill in this circle here. And I actually want it to be straight. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. We're actually going to take this dough and we're going to fold it. I'm going to fold it this way, and then I'm going to come and fold this part on top of it. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So I folded it. We're going to take this side and we're going to fold it again. And then I'm going to move this. I love this mat. You see how easy it was for me to move this? I would highly encourage you guys, if you're making biscuits or you're doing anything with flour where you have to roll it out and knead it, get a mat like this. I went to Walmart, I got this for $9. Very helpful. So, sorry, I got beside myself on my purchase here. So, I'm going to do the same thing, same process. And the reason why we're folding this is because when it comes time to cut these biscuits, since we folded them, the biscuits are going to have that flake in the middle, and you'll be able to see it, and I'll show you guys. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to roll this out. Why is it every time I do a video, I hear the ghetto birds outside? That's crazy. People be up to no good. Same process. Roll this out. And if it starts getting sticky, put some flour on your rolling pin. Now, I don't want to roll this out too much. I just want to roll it out a little bit. And I'm going to repeat that process. I'm going to fold it this way, fold this on top, and then I'm going to turn it around and roll it out one more time. Each time that you roll it, it actually should get better and better to where it's not sticking. The consistency is getting better and better to where it's a little bit more firm. So I'm going to roll this out in about another time or two, and then once it gets to where I want, I'll show you guys how your biscuits should look once you use your. All right, so this is not rolled out too much, but I want huge biscuits. Like I want like a huge biscuit. Like if you've ever been to Texas and you go to get breakfast in Texas at any breakfast spot, when they come out with the biscuits be like about this big. Now, my biscuits ain't gonna be that big, but I'm kind of exaggerating, but I want a big biscuit. So I'm not going to roll this out too much because I want what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and smash this down. I'm gonna move this apart. And biscuit number 1 is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my skillet. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do this, well, put some flour on it first and do the same thing. Complete the process. Now see, look, can you guys see this? You see right here, once these rise, there'll be a bunch of flakes right here that you can just pull the biscuit apart, and that's what I'm going for. So now I'm just going to repeat the process, right? I got 2 huge biscuits over there, and I basically need to take this dough and roll it out. I'll probably get 2 more. So why do I have this? This is perfect for making a mini biscuit. Look at that. This is a mini biscuit. That's why I have that. So if you've ever had like a NyQuil cap, perfect. I know that they probably make something like this, but I don't have one. So I'm using this to make my mini biscuits. All right, y'all. So my biscuits have come out of the oven. Now, this is a buttermilk biscuit recipe, right? I put buttermilk inside. The recipe calls for you to spread buttermilk on the top as well. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. The first time I did it, it tasted fine. But I noticed when I did butter, it took it to a whole new level. So I've gone ahead and I melted some butter, and I'm just going to brush the top, just like this. Just brushing the top. And then let me show you my little tiny biscuit I got. You see the little tiny biscuit? I'm gonna brush that too. So let me give you guys a close up. You see my biscuits? You see this? You see the flake? See the flake in there? I can easily like break this apart. So that concludes the video today. Now I need to go ahead and make the rest of my breakfast, my eggs and my sausage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, be blessed, take care, and don't forget to say your prayers. And I'm out.